We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. It's Yankees baseball, and it comes your way next. Mike Messina will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's one of the top strikeout pitchers in the league. Over 225 strikeouts so far on this season alone. And when he's on, you're going to see lots of swings and misses. Quality stuff, and he knows how to strike people out.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. It was an 0 for 4 effort for him in Wednesday's ball game. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Benintendi hits a little over the 270 mark. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, Dero, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
J.D. Martinez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Sox 0. Yanks coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball, the show. Zach Godley is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
2-0 now. Now here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Swinging on 3-0. Now 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Ripped down the first base line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another payoff pitch. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Batting third, the first baseman, Tino.
Now at the plate, Tino Martinez. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
And to his windup, here comes the 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is strike 2 swinging.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Still 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Oh, and this deflects right off him. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
That is it. The right fielder, number 99, Alex.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. 3 hits for him in that ball game on Wednesday. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. This is pulled into right. Canseco is there. 2 down.
Batting 5th, the catcher, Christian.
Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. It's a rough one for him on Wednesday, taking an 0 for 5 in that one. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Standing in, Jose Canseco. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Jose.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 delivery. Looked like he wanted to clobber that one, but it's 1-1.
There's a good knuckle curveball right there. A lot of people ask me, what's the difference between a curveball and the knuckle curve? The knuckle curveball, the finger, your pointer finger is spiked into it, and at times it can be a much tighter spin and rotation than the conventional curveball.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peraza is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We'll move to the third with no score. So here's Michael Chavis now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Batting it, the shortstop, C.J. Chatham.
C.J. Chatham is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Now the pitch. On the ground to third. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Justin.
Here it comes. Popped up. Posada is there. And that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. At the plate, Alfonso Soriano, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Liner toward right center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball in the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Number 18 waits on deck. And a diving effort, but this will just tip off his glove, and that's a base hit. To second for one, and it's wide of the bag and right by him. Throw won't get him.
Well, I think the second baseman felt the heat from the runner coming at him. He seemed to rush his throw, and that caused him to throw it wide at first. Tough turn, but I think he'd tell you he should have made a better throw.
Next for New York, number 18. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0. 3-0 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
3-1 the count now. Soriano on third. Posada stands at second. No outs. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. And he takes ball four. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Derek Jeter is at the plate now as he looks at strike one.
pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not just yet. It's ball 2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Back up the middle. There's one. On to first, and it's a double play, though that first run of the ball game is across to score.
Now batting.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Waiting on it is Benintendi. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Yankees lead this one 1-0. Here's Jose Peraza back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. No one can make a play on this one, and the first Red Sox hit is good for extra bases. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
Man, that's got the sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning. So
there's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. 0-2 the count to Benintendi. Pops this one up. In comes the left fielder, but he can't get there, and this might tie up the game. The tying run is in to score from second.
Boy, Dero, so close to getting the strikeout there. Needed to make one more pitch and didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's what you pray for from an offensive standpoint. You try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Seared down the first baseline. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. All tied at 1-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And it's fouled away.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
in there, and he's in control 0-2 now. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Ready for another chance? Jose Canseco. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Skied into straightaway right. Verdugo waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 31.
Coming to the plate now, Tim Raines. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1, taken just off the inside. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The pitch. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. 5th inning coming up. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Verdugo.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Alex Verdugo will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Hit sharply on the ground. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Christian Vasquez is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
All right, this is going to get interesting. Little 0-0 changeup right there. A little out in front. Let's see if he makes the adjustment and plays with the big part of the field.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
A quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Chavis.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate. First pitch on its way.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. Halfway home, all even. At the plate, number 39 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D-Ron, a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Alfonso Soriano will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. 2-2 one more time. Struck him out. Striding in, Jorge Posada, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Here's the first pitch to him. Right side, but it's well fouled. And Posada will lay off there. It's back to 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Now a move over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Just a tick behind for a strike. Hard sinker misses 2-2. From the belt, the pitch, swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
1-2 now. Working for the punch-out and the offering. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. The Yanks leave 1. Striding in for Boston, Dustin Pedroia. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Next up for the Red Sox, Jose Peraza, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the left fielder.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. And he gets ahead 0-1. And this pitch is lined into center field, and he's going to reach with his 2nd hit of the night.
For the Red Sox, the designated hitter.
Here's J.D. Martinez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Red Sox lead 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Nick Pivetta enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 44.
Now the pitch.
Pivetta.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Stepping up to the plate, Bernie Williams. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Here comes the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back safely. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And there's ball 2 now.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get fouled. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Popped him up. Devers over to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, Tino Martinez. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Look out, 2-0 now.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
The 2-0. Too high. And it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
From the stretch. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away. Stepping into the box, Jose Canseco. He's set and the pitch.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1 is a ball high and inside.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind an account with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
skied into straightaway right. Verdugo waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Tim Raines. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
A pause and the 0-2. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors for the Yankees so far. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
I love these grinder at bats right here. Kind of a la Wade Boggs in the early 80s where he would just foul off strike.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A couple of walks, but no damage. Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats. I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
Line toward the alley in left center. Raines is going to have room, however, as he makes the catch in deep left center field for the first out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Alex Verdugo comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Fouled away. This is pulled into right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Christian Vasquez comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. No hits to this point. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
2-1 the count. Runners on the move for second. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
The first baseman, number 23.
Hey, you play to win the game right there. You want to put this defense on its heels a little bit. Late innings for them to implore the hit and run. That's an aggressive tactic by the manager, and it paid off.
1 ball, 1
and he lays off for ball 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Ready on 1-2.
No, that's down.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
Now batting, shortstop.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. C.J. Chatham started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out.
Nope,
and it's 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2. Here it is. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and...
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter, number 39.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses, ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. The pitch. Back up the middle. And there's one down now.
Now back, second baseman.
Stepping in, Alfonso Soriano. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
1-1. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Verdugo is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Jorge Posada. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
That's a ball.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Still tied 1 apiece. All set.
Leading off with the Red Sox, the second baseman,
Jeff Nelson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Your attention, please.
Here's
Now
the first pitch to him.
New York Yankees, number 43, Jeff Nelson.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Nelson is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
Into the box, Jose Peraza. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
That evens it up, 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Strike taken, the throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Raines is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for route number 2. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Comes set, the 0-1. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit. And the runner will score from second as they take a 2-1 lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You just get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
2 out with a man at first. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. Not too many more shots. Ryan Brazier is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 70, Ryan.
Settling in now, number 18. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Chopped toward the second baseman. Pedroia has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter,
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Derek Jeter. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Nope.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Hard liner to center field. Peraza is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Next to the Yankees.
Digging in now, Bernie Williams. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
Boy, there aren't many times, D-Row, that you're going to get an infield single that's fielded by the catcher. A la, that was a worm burner, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy right there. That's just flat out great hustle, because that's a tough play for the catcher right there. He definitely cleared himself and gave him that throwing lane to first base, but that guy was picking him up and putting him down.
When you get to first base, do you even look into your dugout? Are the guys laughing at you for hitting on that short?
100%. They're laughing hysterically at you. You know what? You take off your BGs, and you tell a first base coach that's a line drive in a box score tomorrow.
Now the 2-1. It's hit hard on a line to right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
In now, Jose Canseco as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he misses with it. 1-1. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. 2-1.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! So a 3-run blast to left center as they've taken a 2-run lead.
What a momentum shift right there. Now the visitors are down to their final 3 outs. You can bring your big boy in to close this one out.
Austin Bryce enters here.
Now pitching for Boston, number 31.
Stepping in now, Tim Raines, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0. Popped him up. Pedroia is there for it. And that retires the side. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers. A 3-run home run. Last chance now coming up for the Red Sox. It's now 4-2 New York. Digging in, Alex Verdugo. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
The right fielder, number 99.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Raines will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Now back.
Stepping into the box, Christian Vasquez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. High in the air out to center field. Williams is there, 2 gone.
The batter. The first baseman.
Riding in once again, Michael Chavis. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. No balls and a strike to count. Here it comes. Now a swing and he pops him up. And this should do it. He brings it in, and the Yankees have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Yanks win for the 96th time, most in the division. Jeff Nelson claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious